Hello friends, welcome back to CCSP certified channel. Today we'll cover tokenization, which is in continuation of the data security strategies we started in last lecture. So we have already covered masking, anonymization or pseudonymizations. Now we'll cover the tokenizations, which is very important topic not only for financial industries, for exam also. And as I informed before, this is part of domain 2, which has weightage 20%. So every topic from the domain 2 is very important from exam perspective, including tokenizations. So before I start the topic, if you are new to my channel, I would like to inform that this is the topic 6 going on. Before this, I have already covered encryption, identity access management, cloud characteristics, risk in the cloud, and the international laws and standard. And this is sixth lecture of the last topic. So I have covered over 85% syllabus of the CCSP exam with this one. This will be last topic and I will cover remaining concept in this topic 6 itself. So now come to the before we start, I just quickly cover my focus in video series. So 1.5 years before I started this video series to help you get further faster in your CCSP exam certificate. So in this video series, I cover high probability exam topics and difficult exam concept because soundness of concept is very important to clear any of the SC square exam. Also, I along with the theory, I bring some questions also, and this are from various sources, including my candidate feedback because I do conduct classrooms teaching also, and I collect their feedbacks. So their memory-based questions, CCSP question bank, official question bank, and some sample question banks I refer. Also, I try to make my 15 years knowledge, CCSP, CISSP, and other cloud certification learnings to make things simple and easy for you. Many candidates ask me whether they need any other classes or this YouTube study is sufficient. I said yes, it is free and sufficient, but not comprehensive enough. So in case you need any tutor to solve your doubts or provide more detail on any of the topics, you can reach me. I'm happy to assist. I do conduct regular batches also, and also I do have a self-paced training, self-paced recording course also where you can purchase from nominal rate along with my guidance and customized question banks. So if you're interested, you write me at the ccsp certified@gmail.com or WhatsApp me on this number +91 837 00 81064. So now come to the topic which is tokenization. So we'll do a quick recap. So we have already covered encryption, pseudonymization, anonymization, obfuscation or masking. Today we'll cover the tokenization that is very important especially in the financial industry. So quick recap. Obfuscation masking, we have seen that if it is a one-way operations to convert the sensitive data to random data, we have seen that random substitutions, algorithm substitution, shuffling, masking, all can be used for data obfuscation techniques. Also, we have seen that masking is very important for exam. At least one question you will see from static and dynamic masking. Static is being used to create a new copy of the data. Normally it is for the test data. If you want to create, they will construct a scenario and here they will ask that you need a replica of the data for testing purpose. Then better approach is always go with the static masking. We have covered the dynamic masking. We have the on the flow masking has happened, so data in the database still remain the actual form. In the static masking, data in the database get modified. Here in the on the flow data get updated, like normal when privileged user access, it is actual data comes, but when non-privileges or customer care support person execute the data, it get the mask data. It is mainly used in the banking or the industries where the customer interact with their customer support executives. They ask for some data for verification, like for last four digit of credit card number or date of birth, and that data get verified against the actual database. Also, we have seen the pseudonymization, which is a two-way operation. So reversing also possible. You convert data to a random strings, but you need some analysis or the pattern matching from the data. Post that you want to match it back to the actual data. So we perform the pseudonymization. And the last concept, de-identification or anonymization. So masking was to protect the direct identifier, but they are indirect identifier like address, phone number, and other details, bank account number. This can identify a person. We will remove those data And this nullification is also known as anonymizations or de-identification. Here you delete the data which is not required to you. So this is a recap part. Now we'll see the tokenization, very important concept, last concept for this topic. Where the sensitive piece of data, definitely we are not worried about the unsensitive data, non-sensitive data. We only worried about sensitive data like PII data, credit card number, CVV number. This data should be replaced with some random piece of values, but that should be same fit. Let's say it was a 16-digit credit card number. It will be converted back to 16-digit string, which will be random string, but it will fit to the format which is actual credit card number. And the advantage is that this random piece is known as token. Token will with along with actual values stored in the high secure database, and non-sensitive token value, which is a random piece generated, is stored into secondary database. And application on only authorized application reach to the actual database to retrieve the actual information from the token value. It is highly used in the credit card, storing the credit card information by company. Let's say you go to Amazon and register your credit card number. So the credit card number actually get registers to a very secure database, and there is a random credit card number generated that is being stored in your application like phone application end. So it is a combination of masking and the tokenization use. We'll see in the next slide. So here the actual data is being removed. It's like emptying a warehouse, so this thief has nothing to steal. So in case they steal the token, they cannot retrieve back the actual data. So here the actual secure database contain the real credit card number along with the tokenization number, and the secondary database and application everywhere the tokenization number get stored, not the real database get stored. So how it works? So this is the simple architecture. It is shown here. It has the token database, which is controlling the sensitive data. Along with the credit card, it handle the token data, which is a database which handle the normal token information only. So so only a authorized application, which is tokenization server, is authorized to interact with this database and collect the data. And the normal applications only interact with the database, normal database, or with the help of authorized application can access the token that with help of token can access the actual data. So important point is consists two database. It may use masking along with the tokenizations. So when credit card information get stored in your mobile application of Amazon, it is mask credit card information they store. And along with this, they store the token, actual token of that credit card number. And if you make a payment, then your client application reaches to the server. Then this is the token value, tokenization value of the credit card number. You please extract the actual credit card number from the database, and they make the payment and please give the confirmation. So client customer has selected this token for the credit card payment, and then that from that token value the actual conversion happened from the token database by the authorized application, and the payment happened. So masking and the tokenization can also work together. Token is being used mainly when the compliance requirements, or when the reduction of the cost is required and the minimization of the risk is required. This approach is being used. So this is very important for exam, and you will able to cover many questions from this concept: two-way operation and one-way operations. We have seen this encryption is a two-way operation where you can encrypt and then can decrypt the data, but there will be no conversion of data to the any other format. Only the data is encrypted and decrypted. We have seen pseudonymization where data is converted to the some other string, but it can be retrieved back. And we have seen the tokenization where the token is being generated which is equal in length and format, and which can retrieve the data. They are one-way operation. We have seen the masking obfuscation is a one-way operation. You cannot retrieve back the data from masked data. Hashing also, that we have covered in the previous starting lecture. It is also a one-way operation. Hash value cannot convert back to the actual value. And anonymization, which is actually de-identification or deletion of the data. Once it is deleted, you cannot retrieve it back. Like we have seen that HIPAA asks to delete the that extra detail, so you cannot give it back. So this is the theory part, very important. We'll see few questions. What type of questions can be asked from this topic? The question ones: Charles want to use tokenization as a security practice for his organization's data. What technical requirement will have to meet the accomplish this? So we have seen that tokenization is for sensitive data and it need two databases. The only option here is it does not need any prior encryption of the data, does not have a FIPS OT identification, it just needed two databases. Which data protection strategy would be useful for situation where the ability to remove the sensitive data from set is needed, but a requirement to retrieve the ability to the map back the original value? So there is a options to so there are some keywords that will help you to eliminate the options. The first is sensitive data we have to use, and we have to retrieve the data back. So it wants two-way operations. We have seen three mechanisms for two-way operation. One is encryption, one is pseudonymization, and third is tokenization. So masking is already eliminated. If it is masking, it is always a one-way operation. So we have, and anonymization is also eliminated. It's a one-way operation, which is deletion of the data. We have encryption and tokenizations. So here in the question, it is asking to remove the sensitive data from the set. Encryption do not remove any data. So only option remain for us is the tokenization. Neomis organization has removed address, name, phone number from the data set while retaining the customer information like order and website activity. What data obfuscation technique she has used? So we have seen that all these are the indirect identifier. It will identify a person indirectly, and this is a classical example of data anonymizations. So the really clear answer is option A. The next one, once Charlie's has his two database ready, what step comes next in the tokenization process? So it is asking the process of the tokenization when there's a two database available. What is the next step you need to do? So we have seen this is for sensitivity of the data only. There must be some way you have to identify the sensitive data. So the next step should be the data discovery to identify the sensitive data. After this, there will be tokenization and other performance, other actions to be performed. But the very first step, once you have a database ready, you have to perform the sensitive data discovery. Last questions, and this is from the official question bank. This type of questions can be asked where they merge two concepts together. So here they have merging CASB with all this anonymization, tokenization, encryptions. We'll see a very important question for exam perspective. So Kiran team has developed a CASB and want to focus on data protection. Which of the following capabilities will most effective help protect against third parties accessing data while it travels between Kiran's on-premise location and their cloud vendors. So we have covered the CASB in detail. I think in lecture 11 I will add the link of that video in this video description. So CASB is a policy enforcement point. So when you have on-premise and cloud setup, you want to ensure your policies are equally applicable in the cloud. You add the CASB here. So CASB and the Kiran want data protection is their focus, and what is the most effective help to protect against the third parties accessing data while it travels between on-premise and cloud. So we have seen that masking and anonymization remove the data, which is not helpful in case you want data to be retrieved. Tokenization can help to some extent to secure the credit card or the sensitive information. But in case you want to protect all your data effectively with the third parties, which is important data, then most effective always the encryptions. So we have already covered that encryption is the best options to select, but this is not like a cheaper solution. So you have a Ferrari that is best to drive, but definitely for purchasing grocery you will not use it, or going too far you will not use it. For this you are exploring the masking, tokenization, anonymization approach. So in case they ask most effective in exam, always go with the encryption. Don't think about the any cost. So encryption is the answer. So that's for today.